Last January, I checked my bank account and saw just $27 left. Rent was due in 4 days, and I still had to buy groceries. I felt a mix of fear, shame, and confusion. I worked full-time, but I still couldn't keep up. Every paycheck disappeared within days: bills, gas, food, and debt. Saving money felt impossible. Things got worse when my car broke down. I didn't have an emergency fund. I had to borrow money just to fix it. That moment hit hard. I realized I wasn't just broke. I had no safety net, no plan, and no peace of mind. The stress affected everything: my sleep, my mood, even my relationships. I started avoiding calls from family because I didn't want to talk about money. I felt stuck. But deep down, I knew I couldn't keep living like this. I didn't want to survive paycheck to paycheck forever. I needed to find a better way, one that worked even with my small income. That's when I made a choice, not to hustle more, but to think differently. I started looking for new ideas, tested them one by one, and built a system that helped me save $10,000 in 1 year. Flipping the script: why traditional saving advice doesn't work anymore. I tried all the usual money advice: make a budget, cut back on eating out. None of it worked for me. The truth is, when your income is already low, there's not much left to cut. Skipping small treats didn't fix the bigger problem. Everything just costs more now. Prices have gone up. Rent, groceries, and gas are higher than ever. Saving money the old way felt like trying to hold water in my hands. It kept slipping through. I realized I needed a new plan. Not just saving harder, but smarter. I stopped following advice made for people with extra money. Instead, I looked for ways to change how I saw money, how I lived, and how I made choices. I started using creative methods that worked with my real life, not against it. That's when things finally started to change. Number 1. Rent like a minimalist, but with a community twist. Rent was my biggest monthly expense, and it was eating up almost half of my paycheck. Living alone wasn't an option anymore. But instead of just finding any cheap room, I tried something different: intentional co-living. I found a shared apartment with people who had similar goals. We weren't just splitting rent, we were building a simple lifestyle together. Everyone wanted to save money, live with less, and support each other. We cooked meals together, shared cleaning, and even had weekly money chats where we shared tips or encouraged each other. The rent was much lower since we lived just outside the city, but still close enough with good public transport. We saved on groceries by planning meals as a group. We even swapped items we no longer used: clothes, books, tools. This setup wasn't just about saving cash. It gave me a support system. Living with people who respected my goals made it easier to stick with them. I saved over $450 each month, but more than that, I stopped feeling alone in my journey. Minimalist housing with a purpose changed everything. It turned rent from a burden into a smart move. Number 2. The 30-day financial dopamine fast. I noticed I was spending money whenever I felt bored, stressed, or tired. Online shopping, food delivery, and random subscriptions gave me a quick boost, but that feeling didn't last. I was chasing small rewards that added up fast. So, I tried something called a 30-day financial dopamine fast. For 1 month, I cut out all spending that wasn't truly needed. No takeout, no shopping just because, no new streaming services. I even deleted shopping apps from my phone. At first, it was hard, but after a few days, I started feeling more clear and in control. I found other ways to enjoy my time: walking, journaling, reading free ebooks, and calling friends. By the end of the month, I saved over $300 without earning more. But the biggest win? I stopped spending out of habit. That 1 month helped reset my brain and taught me how to enjoy life without buying more stuff. Number 3. Digital envelope budgeting, TikTok style. Old school budgeting never worked for me. I'd write numbers down, but still overspend. Then I discovered digital envelope budgeting and added a fun twist. Instead of using cash envelopes, I used budgeting apps that let me create digital envelopes for different spending categories: food, fun, bills, and savings. Each paycheck, I divided my money into these envelopes. Once the money in one was gone, I couldn't spend more in that category. But here's what made it stick. I turned it into a challenge. I recorded short, private videos where I updated my progress. I shared them with a close friend who was also trying to save. We turned it into a game. Who could stay under budget? Who could save the most? The visual updates kept me motivated. I even used apps that gave me rewards for reaching goals, like badges or progress bars. This method made money feel less stressful and more like a creative project. I started looking forward to budgeting instead of dreading it. By staying consistent, I saved an extra $200 every month. Budgeting didn't feel like punishment anymore. It became a fun habit I actually wanted to keep. Number 4. Passive hustles no one talks about. I didn't have time for a second job. Between work and life, I was already stretched thin. So instead of working more, I looked for easy ways to make extra money with almost no effort, things most people don't talk about. First, I joined data reward programs. Companies like Upvoice paid me just for using the internet like I normally do. They collected anonymous data, and I earned about $20 to $50 each month without doing anything new. Next, I signed up for referral programs with brands I already used. Some banks, credit unions, and even electric scooter apps gave me bonuses for inviting friends. I didn't spam anyone. I just shared the links in group chats or when someone asked for a suggestion. Then I tried print on demand, using free AI tools to design simple quotes for t-shirts and mugs. I uploaded them to platforms like Redbubble and let the site handle everything. I only made a few dollars at first, but over time the income added up. I also used cashback apps for groceries and bills. Every small reward counted. These little streams didn't seem like much on their own, but over the year, I earned over $2,000 from them. The best part? Most of this income came in while I was sleeping or doing other things. These quiet money makers helped me build savings without burning out. It wasn't magic, just smart, low-effort choices that added up over time. Number 5. The rule of no new debt, no new deals. One of the best choices I made was creating a simple rule: no new debt, no new deals. It sounds basic, but it changed how I spent money. I stopped signing up for limited-time offers, trial subscriptions, or payment plans. If something wasn't in my budget, I didn't buy it, even if it was on sale. I also blocked ads, unsubscribed from promo emails, and muted brand influencers on social media. This helped me stop seeing things I didn't need in the first place. Instead of adding more payments, I focused on paying off what I already owed. I treated debt like a monthly goal. Every dollar I sent to it felt like I was buying my freedom. This rule gave me fewer bills and more peace of mind. It was a quiet shift, but over time, it made a huge impact on my savings and stress. Number 6. Building a money-first identity. Saving money wasn't just about what I did, it was about who I became. I started to build a money-first identity, and that changed everything. I stopped saying, "I'm broke," even when I had little. Instead, I said, "I'm building." Those small words made a big difference. I began to see myself as someone who takes control, plans ahead, and makes smart choices. I followed people online who talked about money in simple, honest ways. Not rich influencers showing off, real people sharing real advice. I cleaned up my social media feed, so I wouldn't feel pressure to spend just to keep up. Each time I made a smart money move, even something small like skipping takeout or paying an extra $10 toward debt, I counted it as a win. I wrote it down, tracked it, and celebrated it. I also changed who I spent time with. I stayed close to friends who supported my goals and had healthy habits. That helped me stay focused and feel proud of my progress. Over time, saving became part of who I was, not just something I tried to do. And that mindset made all the difference. I gave up quick comforts, things like takeout dinners and weekend shopping. I stopped chasing little rewards that didn't last. I said no to things that felt fun in the moment but left me stressed later. But I gained so much more. I got peace of mind, better sleep, and confidence. I no longer worried about surprise bills. I started dreaming bigger because I had money saved. The truth is, I didn't feel like I was missing out. I felt free. Choosing long-term peace over short-term spending was the best trade I've ever made. I didn't save $10,000 just by cutting costs. I saved it by changing how I saw money and myself. It wasn't about being perfect or rich. It was about making small, smart choices every day. I found ways that worked for me, not just what others said I should do. I stopped spending without thinking. I made plans, stayed focused, and trusted the process. The real reason I saved that much? I believed it was possible, even with a low income. Want to learn how real people are building quiet wealth and achieving financial success? Then watch this video next. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.